Hello. Okay, so I think a lot of people know how to cut a mango, but I know there's a lot of people that don't know how to cut a mango. I was at Bristol Farms yesterday and they had these gorgeous, gorgeous mangoes, organic, 5 for $1. So what that usually means is that they're either not ripe enough or they're overripe, and these are like perfect. There were some that were not ripe enough, but these are perfect. So I thought I'd do a little IGTV tutorial on how to cut a mango, because mangoes are super good for you. They're filled with fiber, they're filled with vitamins. They do have a tendency to have a lot of sugar in them, but they're so luscious, and they're only in season, I mean truly in season, for a short amount of time. And so it's worth it, especially when they're really creamy and good, and you don't get that all the time. So first of all, when choosing your mango, I always choose a mango that has a little bit of the red and the orange and a green. If you get one that's solid green, it's gonna be a little harder, and mangoes are kind of finicky to ripen. There are some, some strains of mangoes that ripen better in-house off the tree, more so than others, but I find that these like kind of traditional mangoes that we find in the grocery store, are better if you buy them not underripe. So this is an ideal situation. I did get this one, and you can tell it's mostly green. It just has a little, it's just starting to turn the orange and the yellow and the red over here. But the other way that you can tell that a mango is great and good is that they're heavy and they have just a tiny bit of push in them. So if you get one that's just like rock hard, you're just going to be sitting on that mango forever. But I would liken it to, you want it to feel like an avocado that is just ripe, okay? So then this is what you do. You wash it off really good. You peel off the sticker. I have my favorite Astilla de Valette bowl here. And my favorite, this makes my husband so mad. My husband bought me a set of knives that are beautiful and wonderful. One of my friends, my best friend, who's a chef, bought me this global knife. I don't know if you can see it. It says global. I gotta do it this way. You can kind of see it. It says global on it. It also says Cassie on it. She had it engraved with my name. There, you can see it. This is my workhorse. I use this for everything, and it drives my husband insane. Okay, so when you're holding your mango, you can see that this is like the narrower edge right here versus like this wider edge. You want to slice down this way because the seed is in the center here. So relatively close to the little seed up there, you just start slicing, and as you do, you want to feel in towards the seed so that you can just see I got it right on the edge of the seed so that you get as much of the juicy flesh as possible. So that's piece number 2, and then you swivel the whole thing around. And I happen to know that a mango seed is about that wide, and if you hit seed, you just kind of aim your knife out a little bit, and you go down like that. So now I have these 2 perfect sides, and then you're like, well, what do you do with this one? So the majority of the fruit that you're gonna get is from here. If you want to, you can cut a little bit of the skin here, and you can start to peel away your skin, which, I'll be honest, I'll show you what I do with this one later. So you peel your skin off. It's pretty slippery, so there's not that much flesh. If you cut it properly, there's really not that much flesh on there, so you're not going to get, that's not going to be what you're going to serve to people. But let's talk about this. Let me scoop this one over. So you've got your little half here. So now I take it and I score it. I don't cut all the way through to the skin, but I make lengthwise scores here, and then I turn it and I make the dashes there, and now watch. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So sometimes I just go, if it's just for me. But if I'm gonna serve it to other people, then I take it and I slice off the cubes into the bowl, kind of shave it along the skin so I won't have to do it, but you get the idea. I'll do it one more time with the other side. So I take it and I cut the lengthwise, and then I score it going the other direction, and then you take it. And a lot of times people, I mean, I've done it before, I get in the mindset, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna put it on a plate and serve it just like this. But then if you're having a dinner party or a luncheon or something, or even your family, they just look at it and go, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, yeah, well, that's what I do with it. And so then you can peel it back enough to where the slices just come off, but you just cut them off like that. And so then I know what you're thinking, well, what do you do with this other part? The seed, this is when I just go like this. So there's really not that much fruit on there that you're not gonna be able to serve that to anybody, so you might as well just eat it yourself. I have more. The last thing I want to say is a lot of people are allergic to mango. My kid is one of them. So they love the way that they taste, and they don't affect their stomach or anything, but they will break out in a rash all over their face from the juice of the mango. So that's a bummer. But this is a traditional mango that you find in the grocery stores. There are also one other kind that you'll often find, and it's called an Altufo mango, and it's a smaller yellow kidney-shaped mango. Those ones need to be really ripe. And then the other one, if you go to a farmer's market, I don't know what they're called. Oh, I do know what they're called. They're called kite mangoes, which is K-I-E-T-T or K-E-I-T-T. And they'll come in, they're almost ready to come into the stores towards the end of August, and they're giant. And those are the ones that you can take and put in your house to ripen. And they're really creamy and so good. Okay, I'm gonna go eat my mango. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks.